So today I'm going to be showing you through the back end of the Novo business bank account. Now this is for a lot of small business users such as myself, so I figured it might be best to show you guys kind of what the dashboard looks like and see if maybe this is a bank you want to go with. Now I recently actually had to switch them as my old bank did end up closing, maybe yours did as well. As we go through this, if you're going to like what you see here, I'm going to have a link for them in the show notes down below. Helps out a fellow small business owner, but it gives you a nice little bonus as well. Now you can see here, this is pretty much the home screen of Novo once you have logged in. It shows you your balance up here, currently what's available, and overall balance. Maybe there's something pending, so sometimes it'll have different numbers. It'll show you the money coming in for the month. It'll show you the money also coming out, so you can kind of keep track, which is really, really nice. And then you can see right over here on the right side, you can see recent activities. So things that are being purchased, money coming in, money coming out, all those different things. It has even different colored icons for kind of different situations going on. So money coming in kind of looks like this downward arrow. Money going out through maybe some of your own external sources shows the arrows going out in the black. And then if it's an expense right over here, you can see like this, it's in the red. That kind of just shows you it's an expense being used by like your debit card of sorts. So it kind of helps you get an idea. So if you see something a little off, you can kind of pick up on it very, very quickly. It shows you the overall amount that you've got in so far this month as well. So these two numbers kind of like match hand in hand. And then it has a couple different things on here, such as like making a payment, whether this is to yourself or to somebody else. This is pretty much like just doing that if you wanted to. Down over here, kind of near my face, it shows you the card status. I've already got my card, so this is kind of just delayed a little bit there for some reason. And then towards the bottom here, you can actually, oops, let me kind of close that off a little bit here. Let me clean that up. And then right over here, you see it says Novo Reserves. If you, essentially when you create this account, it's just one checking account effectively. Everything comes in and out from the same account. But if you're somebody who maybe wants to, set money aside for like taxes or big expenses or whatever the case may be, you can actually create these, and they're kind of like separated accounts, so you can put everything in there that you need and kind of keep track a little bit easier for you. Now, of course, that's going to add to, your accounting stuff. So just kind of keep that in mind. Makes it a little easier when everything is all one, but everything is up to you. You also do get some perks for using the card as well, which we can go into here in just a sec. And then you're going to see over here on the left-hand side all of these different options here. So we got the dashboard, which we're at right now. You have your activities, which is essentially the same thing that we saw earlier, but this will kind of give you a little bit more in depth, and it'll show you all the different stuff going on. The make a payment is still the same thing down here, but this again will kind of go into more details, allow you to even add the payees like you saw there, or even look at your overall payee list. You can also go fund your Novo account if you wanted to pull money in from a different bank account, maybe funding your account that way. You can also do account information. This is like your personal data, such as your name, your business, all that information. Your Novo card itself, which we'll click on here in a sec so you guys can see some of the different things there. I believe that's the one, or actually the perks might be the one we're looking at. Of course, statements, so that way you can get your statements, perks as well. So there's some really cool, benefits for using the cards. Integrations, so if you're using, certain websites like Shopify, you can actually integrate them, so that way things kind of cross paths a little bit better. And then the reserves, which is essentially what we talked about earlier. This is allowing you to create those extra accounts. And then invoices. So if you're invoicing people, you can also do it through here, which is a really nice feature. So you can go through them, but everything else is pretty much on screen as well, which I think is really nice. So that way you could do it all at once, or you can look at the left-hand side and then just kind of go through each step individually, whatever works best for you. Now, I went ahead and clicked on the perks section right over here. You can see, and this will give you some different perks for using the Novo Bank card. You can see like getting discounts at booking.com. You get discounts for Stripe, Google Cloud, even Google Ads, and some other ones as well. They even have Gusto for payroll, which, in case you are curious on using payroll, I will actually have a ton of videos here on the channel talking about Gusto for payroll. So if you are looking for one, I actually have a decent amount of videos all about that, because my wife and I use it for her business. So I will go into more depth for that if you guys are interested in it. And then you can see all the different features and the different discounts that you get with these different companies. But nonetheless, this is just one extra perk for having the Novo card, which is a debit card for you to be able to use with the bank. So here we actually went to the integrations. You could You can see right here, like we talked about with Shopify, you also have QuickBooks, you have that Stripe, you even have Slack as well too. So there's some really great integrations for you to be able to connect your bank with some of these services that you might already be using. So as I mentioned, if you are interested in checking out Novo for your small business bank account, check out the link in the show notes down below for you. And if you're interested in seeing the step-by-step sign-up tutorial, go ahead and check out my video right over here to learn all the steps that need to take. My name is Dennis, and I'll see you in that next video.